Welcome to Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only TV news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. 2 Brunswick County school bus drivers have been suspended following 2 separate incidents last week. Last Monday, a kindergarten student from Town Creek Elementary School boarded the wrong bus and later got off on a stop near the Leland Walmart. Then on Friday, September 15th, a South Brunswick Middle School bus driver allowed a student to get off the bus after he was injured and bleeding. The 7th grader was hurt when another student clipped his eyelid with a nail clipper. Town Creek bus driver Christopher Gran and South Brunswick driver Johnny Hooten have both been suspended without pay for 2 weeks.
For the past 11 years, Detective Sergeant Steve Mason with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office has kept an active missing person case open, hoping to one day close it. Just last week, law enforcement officers in Darlington, South Carolina announced a Jane Doe had been identified as Michelle Hagedorn, a 34-year-old Belleville woman last seen in 2000.
My counterpart in Darlington County, South Carolina has had the case ever since the body was found in 2000. I've had this case ever since 2000. It's a case that I've never put inactive. I've kept her active in NCIC. I've also maintained the file in my office for quick reference if I needed to. We've had our hopes up before that we had the right female located, but it turned out it wasn't the proper DNA. I didn't want to put the family through anything without being convinced this time that we had the right person. We actually knew a little bit more about what we had prior to notifying the family, the mother and the daughter and the son, but it's good closure. It's good closure for us as law enforcement officers, and at the same time it made me feel good that I was able to be involved with the actual interviews that led to the ultimate charging of the man responsible for the missing person and death of Michelle Yvonne Hagedorn.
The man charged with Hagedorn's murder, John Wayne Boyle, is already in prison for murder. Authorities in Kentucky and Tennessee are also investigating Boyle for unsolved murders in their jurisdictions.
Brunswick County Commissioners have endorsed an independent feasibility study for the proposed North Carolina International Terminal. They want to know more about its economic, environmental, and infrastructural impacts on the county. Commissioners were careful to stress while they support the study, they do not necessarily support the port project. Mayors Betty Wallace and Harry Simmons spoke out against the port.
I would like to respectfully request that the Commissioners delay any consideration of this item until that maritime study, the DOT sponsored study, is completed.
That most of the jobs that could be created by the port are decades away, if ever. There's nothing in what they're talking about right now that's going to create any jobs, that's going to solve any of the current job problems that we have in Brunswick County. That Brunswick County and North Carolina need to focus on jobs now.
Jim Bradshaw, the county's economic development director, and Patrick Smith, a Southport resident, spoke out in favor of the study.
You don't have to look back. You look back at the history of the county. I always go back and say, CP&L came. CP&L came. I mean, they had the same opposition, same people fighting against it. And look at what CP&L became. Look what I have done in the community. What would I do like in Brunswick County without CP&L today?
Again, the feasibility study would answer the questions and concerns that our citizens have, and the Economic Development Commission supports it.
Calabash Town Commissioners will enforce a town ordinance coupled with legal education addressing clear-cutting violations in Devon Park. The Town Board of Commissioners approved the motion at its monthly board meeting September 13th. Devon Park founders Vaughn Staniland and Scott Stewart until the town's Unified Development Ordinance can be studied for better application and possible revision. Stewart said he agreed with staff findings regarding clear-cutting violations in the upscale neighborhood. He said he had no knowledge of and did not participate in the clear-cutting. Coley and Francis Dooley and their son Trey said the old Sunset Beach pontoon bridge is too close for comfort. It's been that way since the old span was moved in January to a vacant lot across from their home on Canal Avenue in Sunset Beach. This summer, the Dooleys, who have already filed a lawsuit regarding the new high-rise bridge, felt intruded upon as the Old Bridge Preservation Society conducted programs at the old span. They questioned the legality of the rezoning of the property where the old pontoon now rests.
Brunswick County Sheriff detectives are searching for a suspect wanted for a shooting. Christopher Kelly, 19, of Supply, is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm by a felon. Deputies responded to a Bolivia home just after 1 a.m. Tuesday, September 20th, where they found a woman who had had a gunshot wound to her arm. Anyone with information about Kelly or his whereabouts is asked to contact Detective Chris Barber at 253-2777.
6 suspects were taken into custody last week in connection with an August 12th armed robbery of the Pizza Hut in Charlotte. At least 3 of the suspects were employees of the restaurant. Michael Sykes, 26, of Bladenboro, and Michael Rakes, 19, of Ash, were arrested for robbery with a dangerous weapon, conspiring to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon, second-degree kidnapping, and felony conspiracy. Heather Moody, 30, of Ash, was arrested for accessory after the fact. Lewis Knight, 36, of Bolivia, Sarah Harris, 32, of Ash, and Kelsey Thorpe, 21, of Ash, were arrested for conspiring to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon.
Joshua Higgins, 22, of Southport, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of statutory rape on September 14th. The incidents occurred in 2009 with a then 13-year-old girl. Higgins and the victim knew one another from a church youth group. Higgins was sentenced in Superior Court to 10 to 13 years in the North Carolina Department of Corrections.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Did you get engaged recently or married? Have you celebrated a milestone anniversary? Or did you have a baby? How about letting us share the news with our readers? You can email your social news to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Welcome to the Brunswick Beat Sports Report. In local high school football action, an early season conference matchup gave the South Brunswick Cougars bragging rights as they defeated West Brunswick 41-28 last Friday night. The Cougars built an early lead by running the football and forcing turnovers. South's running back Gary Williams led the way with some explosive runs and a 90-yard kickoff return. The West Brunswick High School volleyball team improved to 5-0 in conference play by beating South Columbus in straight sets September 15th at West. West advanced to 9-3 overall. On Monday, county commissioners honored Brunswick County Dixie Boys baseball team, who are World Series champions. The Dixie Boys won the World Series with a 17-7 victory over Louisiana in August. The team was also state champions. The World Series runners-up and state champion Junior Dixie Boys were also honored. The Junior Dixie Boys finished second to Louisiana. Brunswick County native Chad McCumbie's top 10 finish Saturday at Salem Speedway earned him the Bill France 4 Crown Award. This is an honor bestowed upon the driver who compiles the best average finish on 4 selected tracks throughout the season. McCumbie finished the 4-race stretch with 715 race points. Find these stories and much more in this week's sports section of the Brunswick Beacon.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
I'm Laura Lewis. I'm here at Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with Miss Sandra. She's a 2-year-old Tortie mix, and she's the sweetest girl you've ever seen. She needs a good forever home. She's been here since July 26th. So come on out and visit with her And with all the other cats and dogs available for adoption, the hours here are from 10 to 4 weekdays. And the shelter is out here on Green Swamp Road.
The 31st Annual Oyster Festival in Ocean Isle Beach is just around the corner, and last week the festival committee unveiled the official artwork for the event. Artist and Brunswick Beacon graphic designer Keith White was named the official artist for the festival. This is the third year in a row he has been chosen for this honor. His print depicts a local oyster row set alongside the Intercoastal Waterway in Ocean Isle Beach. White also created a t-shirt design and brought the popular character Ozzy back. The festival is October 15th and 16th, and national headliner Josh Kelly will perform. For more information on the festival, visit ncoysterfestival.com.
Shadow the bear has a new home. The 8-year-old Syrian grizzly black bear mix, who has resided at the site of the former Faircloth Zoo in Bolivia all his life, will soon be moving to Noah's Ark, an animal sanctuary outside Atlanta. Lillian Caudell, owner of the former zoo off Midway Road, has been trying to find a new home for the bear since the zoo closed in 2006. Operators of the Georgia Animal Sanctuary are scheduled to come and get him by the end of this month.
About 1,500 bicyclists are expected to ride into Sunset Beach Sunday as part of the 2-day Bike Multiple Sclerosis Breakaway to the Beach ride comes to an end. Most riders will end their trek in the parking areas of the Village at Sunset Beach and Ingram Planetarium. Others may choose to continue across the new Man C. Gore high-rise bridge.
Sarah's Kitchen Cafe in Sunset Beach is having a benefit for Brunswick Family Assistance on Monday, September 26. Sarah's Kitchen will donate $1 per person from each paid bill. A representative from BFA will be on hand to talk about the charity. The event begins at 7:30.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or a person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Look us up on Facebook under Brunswick Beacon or follow us on Twitter at Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. Tonight's Beacon shines on images from the Seaside United Methodist Church's 17th Annual Country Fair in Sunset Beach.